Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Miss Manda Christelle. Yeah, if you're new to my YouTube channel, you are highly welcome, and I definitely want you to be part of this YouTube community. So please hit the subscribe button down below, wherever it is down below, and give a thumbs up to this video. Equally hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified all the time whenever we have a new YouTube video uploaded for you. So guys, in this video today, as I promised in my last video when I was introducing the 2024 DV lottery, I said I'll be coming to you with a guide to help you get your chances of winning this diversity lottery visa. And as I said, if you're new to this YouTube channel, this is one of the winners in front of you. So you have stopped at the right corner. So without further ado, this will be a session of asking 7 questions. These questions will be guides and giving you details on how to go about playing this diversity lottery. So let's not talk too much and dive right into it. So guys, we'll be asking a series of questions. We'll be having 7 questions today. And the first question is, what is DV Lottery 2024? What is DV Lottery? Yeah. What is DV Lottery? We've been talking about DV Lottery, American Lottery. There are a lot of people who don't know what that is. So I think we'll start from there. That's why it's important to start from the base. Yeah, and let me give you an example. When I got here, and I have some colleagues, some friends, some Americans who will be like, hey, how did you get here? What visa and stuff? I'm like, I got here through the American lottery. They're like, American lottery? And you're working? You're not supposed to work. If you have won the American lottery, this means you have money, you are rich. You're supposed to just stay home, go on vacations and all of that. I'm like, oh no, not that American lottery. So that's why it's important for us to make this clarification. That's why it's important for us to start from this base of the question, what is DV lottery? So yeah, so the DV lottery, basically it's called diversity visa lottery. We just call the short form DV. So DV is diversity visa. So the diversity visa lottery was instituted in the 1996 Immigration Act by the United States Congress, and the aim for this was to increase the population, the diversity population of America. Yeah, so every year the United States grants 50,000 diversity visas. Yeah, 50,000 diversity visas to 50,000 people across the world. So if you hear someone who is non-native American and says, I won the American lottery and that's what got me here, know that they are referring to the DV lottery, the diversity visa lottery. And this answers our first question, and which leads to the next question, which is, who is eligible to play the American lottery, the diversity visa lottery? We are sorry to keep calling this American lottery. Yeah, so who is eligible to apply for the diversity visa lottery? Yeah, I mentioned that every year the United States grants 50,000 diversity visas to 50,000 people across the world. So who is eligible to apply for this? The answer to this question is, if you're a native from a country who has not had immigrants in the United States up to the number of 50,000, you're eligible to play. Yeah, so every year the United States updates its list according to the number of immigrants from this country who are in the United States. So if maybe you are from Cameroon and Cameroon has had more than 50,000 immigrants into the United States, Cameroon will have itself not being eligible to play. And so if you're a native from Cameroon, you can't play. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you can't play. I'm not saying Cameroonians, you can't play. No, you are actually eligible because your immigration rate through the DV lottery is very low, so Cameroonians can play. I think last year Nigerians were not eligible to play the American lottery because their immigration rate into the United States is high. So if you are from any country whose immigration rate into the United States is low, you are eligible to play. But I mentioned every year the United States updates this list of the countries which are eligible to play. So when the official communication will be out, the countries eligible to play for the DV lottery to apply for this will be listed out, and I'll be right here to inform you on that. That is why you need to hit the subscribe button down below, so that I'll be here to update you all the time. Yeah, I said in my previous video, the official communication for the DV lottery is not yet out, and so you can start applying right now, and we are still looking forward to the dates to start applying. That's why you need all this information right now beforehand, to start preparing yourself mentally, emotionally, and just start preparing yourself right now, so you do not want to miss every detail. I said I'll be walking you through from that first video. If you haven't watched that, this is the second video about the DV lottery, and we will keep going until even after you win, if you're selected, I pray so, and until your interview, your traveling and everything. I am here to take you step by step. That is why you don't want to miss any video, so hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell right next to it, so that you'll be notified all the time when I upload a new video. So guys, that was the second question. Now let's move on to the third question, which is, what are the requirements for me to apply for the American lottery, for the diversity visa lottery? So people keep asking me, is there an age? Is there something I'm required to do? What is it? Tell me, what is the requirement? What am I supposed to have? What am I supposed to do? So yeah, the answer to this question is, yeah, you'll be shocked, because a lot of people do not know this. You have to pay attention to this. This requirement is very important. Very, very important. So the first requirement is that the person applying for the diversity visa lottery should have completed at least a high school education. Yeah, the main applicant for the diversity visa lottery should have completed at least a high school education. And back in my country, Cameroon, a high school education is certified by, a completed high school education is certified by an advanced level certificate, and in the French section, a baccalaureate diploma. Yeah, so that is the first requirement. And note when I said the main applicant, because you can apply, and if you're selected and you win the lottery, the diversity visa lottery, your kids, and you mention them when you were applying, they can come along with you. So it applies just to the main applicant. That is one thing you should remember. Don't forget that. And so when you want to look at this, it sums up to the fact that at least the applicant should have at least 18 years and above, because right up to having the baccalaureate, it stems up to the age of 18. Yeah, I think so, right? Well, I'm just here to give you facts, because this is what most people miss. This is what most people don't know, and they just go ahead and just keep applying without knowing this. Well, this is one of the two requirements that you're supposed to know. This is one of the two requirements. Yeah, and let's dive into the second one, so that if you don't meet this first requirement, maybe you fall within this second requirement. The second requirement is, if you have been in an occupation for 2 years, for at least 2 years, which is listed among the occupations which the United States has listed as one of the occupations that you can play the diversity visa lottery, then your chance. And you probably want to know, what are these occupations which have been listed by the United States to be eligible to apply for the diversity visa lottery? Yeah, you check in the description down below. I have put a link, and this link will lead you directly to that page where all the occupations which are eligible to play the diversity visa lottery are listed down. Yeah, so talking about the website, about the link, this leads us to our next question, our number 4 question, which is, what is the official website? What is the official web page for me to apply for the diversity visa lottery? Yeah, equally on that, I'll be linking the link in the description down below for you. So you just have to hit that link, and it will take you to the official web page, the official website for you to apply. But you have to know that since the application date and time for the diversity visa lottery 2024 are not yet out, so even when you get to the page, you will not see that right there. It's not yet open. You will see something like this. Yeah, so you just have to keep that link, and when the dates and time will be out, you have to hit that link, and it will take you directly to the page where you're supposed to input your information, and you'll be good to go. Yeah. So guys, that is the answer to our fourth question. Simple. Yeah, our fifth question is, knowing all of this as the base, what will you advise me? What strategy do you think is the best thing for me to do? Should I apply immediately this is launched, or should I apply around the middle or towards the end? What will you give me as an advice? Tell me. Yeah, this is one of the questions I hear often. So what I will tell you is, you do not have to rush. Take your time, gentle, gentle, gentle. Take it easy. Yeah, I know this is a game. You just want to increase your chances of being among the selected. Yes, but you do not want to rush and get yourself into mistakes, because I know a lot of people are rushing immediately this is launched. People want to be among the first people to play. Yeah, that's a good thing, but you know, when these people, a lot of people rush to play, and so the system gets a little saturated, and when you are among these people, you are trying to send your confirmation, you have put all your information, you're trying to confirm, then the system is kind of slow, it doesn't go, and so you get frustrated and you might find yourself applying twice, which is a very big mistake. You can do this and get yourself disqualified if you apply twice, because I know a lot of people even want to do it intentionally, even want to do this willfully, apply so many times so that if this one doesn't pick, I might, at least I have so many applications, so I can get myself picked among all of these applications. Never you do that. That is one thing I should insist on. Do not do that, because you will be disqualified. If this is discovered, like among the system, they see you like so many applications on one applicant, you will be disqualified and might even lose the chances of ever having your legs on the American soil. It is important. Do not ever do that mistake. So take your time, do not rush. I know it's not something that requires a lot of intellectual thinking, because it's just your information that you're inputting. Your date of birth, your place of birth, your year of birth, date of birth, year of birth. Yeah, just those basic information that you're inputting. So it doesn't require you for you to think a lot. So, but the reason I'm telling you to not rush is because of what I just mentioned. You do not want to be disqualified because you are trying to, and the system is saturated and all of that. So take your time, do it gentle, do not have any pressure on you, take it easy. And so, as we had mentioned, the diversity visa lottery is usually played for a period of 1 month. You have 4 weeks for you to play. And I remember when I played in 2020, yeah, I played around the third to the fourth week that I played. Yeah, almost the last week that I played. I wasn't rushing. I took my time. And then, yeah. So this is one thing too you should note. At the beginning and at the end of the diversity visa lottery, the system is kind of saturated, so you want to be around the middle. I prefer to play around the middle, but all of this you are eligible. It's open for you to play the beginning, the middle, the end, all of this date from when it will be launched to when it ends. You can play, you can have your chances, but there are ways for you to increase your chances. This is what gets us to our sixth question, which is, what will you advise someone to do? What are the tips? What are the strategies? What advice will you give us for us to maximize our chances for being selected? Yeah, you have to pay maximum attention to this, because this is what most people don't tell you, and I'll be telling you detailing. So the following tips that I will be giving you are very important. You really want to know this. Take your notebook and a pen and write these things down. They are very important. They will increase your chances of being selected. I know a lot of people won't tell you this, but I am telling you, and I want you to have this in mind and share this to people you love, that you want them to take the diversity visa lottery and you want them to increase their chances of being selected. Not just being selected, but of being granted a visa, because there are two different things. You can be randomly selected but not granted a visa at the end. So these tips are very important. You do not want to forget this. You do not want to miss this. Stay tuned. So before we get into this, I want you to remember this. I said this in my last video. No third party, be it a lawyer, a consultant, or whoever they present themselves to be in front of you, they do not have the ability to increase your chances of being chosen, of being selected among those who win the diversity visa lottery. Remember this. They do not. Nobody, especially those who come here and ask you for commission for them to do it for you, that you have a chance to. They do not. Remember that. They do not. The American embassy do not deal with any consultant or whosoever for them to influence their decision on you being selected. They don't have this influence. They don't have this ability to do it. So please remember this. Do not let anybody get you involved into a fraudulent something that will make you lose money and time. Remember that. So yeah, that was the first thing I wanted you to note. So let's get into the tips. So the first tip you have to note is when you are applying for the diversity visa lottery, you do not have to lie. You have to be truthful. Every information which is required about yourself has to be true. You do not have to lie. Input the exact information about yourself which is required. You do not have to lie. This will make the process for you much easier. Take this very important. You should not lie. Every information that you are inputting should be accurate. Do not play with the American embassy. Do not lie. I'm telling you, if you lie, you will get caught, and this will cost you money and time wasted. And at the end of the day, you might be disqualified and have the sanction of never putting your legs in the American soil. Take this serious. Never you lie when you are applying for the diversity visa lottery. Just be truthful. It will make the procedure for you, if you're eventually selected, to be very easy, so easy. Yeah, so just make sure you meet the requirements, educational level or vocation which is required from the country which is eligible to play, and your information are accurate. You are fine. You will be clean from the beginning to the end. So you do not want to lie. For instance, let's say you lie about your marital status and your required documents, because they will need documents to evidence what you inputted at the beginning of your application. And when this procedure is taken further and they see that all of what you inputted in your application was all a lie, you will be disqualified. You do not want this for yourself. So avoid anything that is not truthful about you when you are applying. You just want to be truthful, and it will make this procedure so easy for you from the beginning to the end. That is the first thing. Do not lie about anything. Do not let anybody tell you they will not find out. You cannot lie the American embassy. You cannot. So take this off. Do not take the chances. Do not take the chances of being disqualified. Do not take the chances of losing money, of losing time. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Losing money and losing time because of a lie. And then at the end of the day, you are disqualified. You are not given a visa. And you might even have an embargo of never putting your legs on the American soil. So please, do not lie. Take this serious. Take this serious. Do not lie. So that was our first tip. Our second tip, I would say this is equally very important. You want to note this, because I think this is one of the things that, yeah, among the things that made me being selected. I think I maximized my chances because of the first thing. I didn't lie anything at all. I inputted the exact information. And this second one, which is so important, you want to know it too. So increase your chances of winning the American lottery, the diversity visa lottery, by making sure you respect this requirement. Hey guys, before we continue, I know I have been feeding you right now with a lot of helpful information, value-added information for you to increase your chances of being among the selectees. That's why I need you to do me a favor. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below right now before we continue. Yeah, and give a thumbs up. Like this video right now, because I know you like what I'm sharing with you. So please, give a thumbs up. So let's continue. So the second tip is you want to read all the requirements for the diversity visa lottery when it comes to the passport size photo. Yeah, this is one thing people fail to know. This plays a lot. Your diversity visa photo plays a lot. They have all the requirements of how your diversity visa lottery is supposed to look like. So when you see these diversity visa requirements for the passport size photo, you want to read it as if you were reading to get into an entrance examination. It is important. Yeah, I will be giving you all the tips that you're supposed to note concerning this, but you're supposed to read that by yourself. So first thing is, there is a dimension which is required. I cannot give you that because I don't memorize it. But when I was playing my diversity visa lottery, I had a paper and a pen. I wrote this down. The day I was going to go and take my shot and to play, I wrote all of these dimensions down, all of the details, how I'm supposed to look. So I wrote all of this down. That's why I will need you to read the requirements for your diversity visa passport size photo that you're supposed to submit, how you're supposed to appear. Yeah, there are a lot of details that you're supposed to know. You're not supposed to wear eyeglasses. Even if you're someone who usually wear lenses, when you're taking your shot, you're not supposed to wear lenses. A lot of these details you want to read. You shouldn't just take any passport size photo and just dump it there on your application and send. No, you have to read these details. They take their time and they write down how it's supposed to be for you to follow it. You want the exactness. So make sure you read these details. Make sure you write down the details. Let me tell you about my own experience when I was taking this diversity visa lottery. Yeah, I took a paper and a pen. I wrote down all of these dimensions. I wrote down all the details. I read every details to the least of it because I wanted to meet requirement. This actually increases your chances of being selected and being qualified. So you want to really use this to help you. How is your hairline supposed to look? How are your eyes supposed to be? Broadly open, evenly open? How are you supposed to appear? I know, my girls, nowadays is a hard thing for so many people to be natural. Please, for your application, you have to keep that aside. Go natural. Yeah, you need to be natural. Do not do any makeup on yourself. You want them to see exactly who you are. You do not want doubting about your identification. No, you have to be natural. That's one thing. Equally, you do not have to cover your face. You see this right now, it is not acceptable. You are covering a side of your face. You have to put everything behind. I remember I held a ponytail I had twist on. I held everything behind. I just wanted my face to be revealed, all natural. So you do not want something covering your face. There's supposed to be no shadow around or something. There are a lot of details you want to make sure your picture meets the exactness which is required. You want to do that. Yeah, so do not forget that. And when you're going to this cyber cafe, you know, girls will be wearing wigs which are covering their faces and all of that. And these guys at the cyber, they have a lot of people in line. They are out there for business. So the more time they take with someone, that's more time someone can leave their shop to go to the next. So you do not want to waste someone's time. That's why it's important for you to read these details, for you to know it, for you to know exactly what you're doing. Nobody should tell you what you should do because you know what you are going in for and you want to be among these people who will be selected. So increase your chances by reading all the details concerning the diversity visa application. Yeah, increase your chances. I remember when I went there, as I was all natural, I had my hair all held behind. This guy at the cyber cafe was like, you're all natural, you're all good, you are the one who knows this thing. These people are coming here with wigs covering their faces. And he was telling me that he knows it, but he didn't tell them that it's like that. You have to put all of these things out. You don't have to cover your face. You don't have to do makeup. He's just there. He takes the picture and he puts it in the system and he's gone. He's just there for his business. He doesn't care how you come. So that's why you need to inform yourself. Maybe you just get in your phone and just take any kind of selfie or picture and put it. No. You have to read these requirements and take the exact picture as it is required. So as I had all of these details written down for my own application, when he took this picture and he put in the machine, I wanted to cross-check. I went there, I sat beside him to cross-check to make sure it is actually exact. I checked my eyes if they were evenly open, same. I checked my hairline to my chin to make sure they meet the exact number which is required, my chin to my forehead. You have to read these details and you have to cross-check your picture before you send this confirmation. Make sure you know these tips. Make sure you know them and you know them to your fingertips. Make sure you cross-check these things. And equally, there's an online app that you can take your picture that you've selected and put in there so that it should confirm if it meets the requirements. If it is confirmed, it will show green, and if it is not confirmed, it will show red. I can't remember exactly the name of the application, but you can just check online a photo verifier for the diversity visa lottery, something like that. Just check something, it helps you. It's an online app, it's just online. You search it there, and when you have your picture, you put it in there and it confirms if it is correct or not, and you can take it again, or just make sure you meet requirements. So I think these are the 2 tips that you should note. You do not have to lie about your application. Do not lie, do not lie, do not lie. And second, exactness. Follow all the requirements. Just put everything as it is required, and then bam, you have your chances of being selected. Yeah, let's get into the last question of this video, of this session. For the sake of more information about dates, because it gets a lot confusing when it comes to dates and all of that concerning the diversity visa lottery, I want to add this as a bonus to this video for you to grasp it detailing. So you all know right now we are in the year 2022, but we are talking about the diversity visa lottery 2024. So what you're supposed to note is the diversity visa lottery 2024, it's called 2024 even though we're in 2022, because those who will be playing the diversity visa lottery 2022 and have the chance of being selected amongst the winners and actually being granted a diversity visa, they will be entering the United States by the year 2024. That's why it is called diversity visa 2024. So the dates for you to start playing usually are from October, the first week, through November, its first week. So we have 4 weeks to play the diversity visa lottery 2024 in this year 2022, and the results start getting checked by the following year 2023 by the first week of May 2023, throughout the next year where the visas will stop being granted, which is the 30th of September 2024. So you have the chance of checking your diversity visa application if you were selected from the first week of May 2023 throughout the 30th September 2024. Yeah, these are the things you're supposed to note about dates so that it doesn't get confusing. Yeah, it can get a lot confusing if you don't know. So this is what you're supposed to note. So guys, I know this video has been so informative, so helpful, so value added, increase your chances of getting selected amongst the diversity visa candidates for 2024. And that's why I need you to always do me this favor. Give a thumbs up to this video. Please give a thumbs up right now, right away. And hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell right beside it so that you'll be notified all the time whenever I upload a new video. And yeah, as I said, I am here to walk you through from your application right up to your traveling to the United States, hopefully that you get selected. So do not forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll be walking you through with those who get selected. I'll be making subsequent videos as the time goes by. I'll be telling you what you're supposed to expect concerning filling in the DS-260 form, what you're supposed to expect when you are sent an email by the embassy concerning furthering your application, how you're supposed to submit your documents, how you're supposed to check your results, what you're supposed to do when it concerns preparing for your interview, your medical examination, and a lot of these details. That is why you want to stick around. Remember, I was a candidate for the diversity visa lottery 2022. In the US is now 6 months. Yeah, I played my diversity visa lottery in 2020 and I was selected by May 2021, and then I followed the procedures until I was definitely granted a visa in 2022, which I traveled to the US. So these are the details you want to know. That's why you want to stick around from my experience to help you get through yours. So do not forget this. Do not forget this. I am here to give you tips to make you go forward So thank you guys. It was a pleasure sharing with you all of these details, taking my time to tell you all of these things and giving you this helpful information. Please share this video, give it to your friends, help someone, and just ask people to subscribe to this channel because your girl is here to help you. And remember, in my last video I talked about the purpose of my channel. We are here to use every God-given opportunity, talent, background, information, whatever it is that God has blessed us with, to share with other people, to make life a lot easier, to make the world a better place for all of us, and yeah, to give world added value to you in all you do. So please do not forget to stick around. Yeah, so thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Please do not forget to like, do not forget to recommend this video to your friends, do not forget to share, and bye bye.